NFL experience. I was talking about Aaron Rodgers coming back. Would you want your franchise quarterback off a broken collarbone to come back and push it?
First of all, let's do some house cleaning stuff before we move forward.
Okay.
Now, I've been listening to you since the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to figure out who you are. Like, it's really unique. And I've finally figured out who you are or what it's like listening to you these past 3 minutes.
Okay.
You're like a spoken word. It's like poetry listening to you, man.
Wow.
Hey,
I love it.
Hey,
I love it. It's so
now.
unique. It's so different.
by the way, I want my staff. Did you hear what Brandon said? Maybe you guys could pay me the same respect Brandon Marshall just did.
Did you do that?
Well, that's very nice of you to say. We work very hard, but yeah, we like to have unique takes. I mean, I love Aaron Rodgers, but they don't have a chance to make the playoffs. Would you want your guy? I don't know if I'd want him coming back. Would you?
Well, they're still in it. So if there's a will, there's a way. And with Aaron Rodgers, we have seen that he can will his team to victory. You know, you can go back when he said, relax, and what he did after that. So Aaron Rodgers is a special guy. Now, if there isn't a chance, I'm not going to throw him out there. And we also got to realize that players aren't immortal, right? So the clock is ticking. You know, I mean, how big is this window? You know, how much time does Aaron Rodgers have left?
Yeah.
So if you can get in, anything can happen. So I'm for him coming back if there's a chance. But if it's almost impossible, then I'm definitely going to rest him and let him sit.
One of the reasons I think, Brandon, you and I have connected well and we like each other, I've said this, you make me think with your comments, and you're in a very unique situation. You're in a fishbowl in New York City, and the Giants are, you know, this blue blood kind of organization, and then you have this superstar, Odell Beckham. And I like Odell. What I see with Odell Beckham, he's the first NBA player in the NFL, and by that I mean shoe deal. He is not perfect for the NFL brand. He's a little like, listen, man, I'm going to do my own thing. I almost have, my brand's almost bigger than my team's brand now. When you're with Odell Beckham, in the years you've been in this league, do you like the path he's taking because it's courageous, or are there times you want to say, listen, young fella, I've made some mistakes. How is your relationship with him, and what do you make of the path he is taking?
You know, I love the path that he's taken. He's a trailblazer. And, you know, I think it's bigger than basketball. You know, that was a good illustration, but it wasn't great. It wasn't great because he's on the level of international soccer player. That's how big Odell Beckham is. That's how big his brand is. I've been in cities with him where there's literally people chasing our Uber car, trying to get his autograph. I've never seen anything like this. The NFL has never seen anything like this. He is the first player, maybe Tom Brady is close, but he is the first NFL player that is a global icon. And he's not even in his prime yet. Now, being real, of course, this kid he just turned 24. You know, of course, you know, there's things that he's done that, you know, he shouldn't have, or things that he would love to take back. But that's part of the maturation process, right? You know, but what happens is we throw these kids, men and women, you know, in the spotlight, and they're still kids, you know, 20, 21, 22, right, 23, 24, 25, and they're growing up in front of us. And we hold them to a higher standard because they are public figures. But I think we always have to remember that, you know, that's part of the process, and they're just living out their lives on the screen.
Well, you know, it's funny because you've been a high-profile player. Do you think when you were being criticized by the media, now, again, you're a much older, more veteran, more mature player with great context to your life now, but go back to when you were Odell's age, and you were, by the way, becoming a star in major cities. Was the media stuff, did it feel personal? Did it take you to dark places? Because sometimes with Odell, I feel like it is hurting him, like he's taking it personally. Did you?
Yeah. You know what? we hear this all the time. NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, you know, I don't read that stuff. I don't listen to that stuff. You hear these players saying it all the time. Newsflash, we listen to it, we hear it. If it's not through us, some family member or, social media, we're hearing it. And we're human, and it definitely affects us, right? But I think the great ones, the ones who go to a different level, are the ones who's able to manage it all. And I think that's part of the process, right? Some guys take it and they take it too personal. But it definitely is personal. I mean, this is what we do for a living. This is something I've been doing since I was 6 years old. So for someone to sit up and criticize me about my play, something that is not a sport, this is my life. Football is a way of life for me and where I come from. So for someone to sit down with a fine-tuned comb and really break me down on a personal level, it does hurt. And guys, they definitely take it professional. But I think that our relationships with media definitely needs to change. Back in the day, media was in a locker room, sitting down with guys, going to guys' houses, right? Now with so many people in our locker room, that's, from bloggers to these people who do drive-by little reporting, it's not about just the people on the beat every single day. There's so many outlets and people just covering us that it's about their clicks and the type of story that they can tell that give them, an advantage. So it's a dog-eat-dog world when it comes to media and the relationships, and it definitely needs to change because it is getting too personal for both sides. I've seen reporters take, criticism to a whole nother level and take it personal. Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. Brandon Marshall, Giants wide receiver.
You could easily segue. You're going to have multiple offers from this network. I'm not going to speak for my bosses, but you're going to have multiple.
Well, speak for them. Go ahead. You can speak for them.
I've already told them I want them to hire you. Okay, just say put that right out there to all your other network responsibilities. But is there part of you? Because your careers, you can see now you're in the back nine, right? You could be in the back three, back four. Is there part of you that you look at an Aaron Rodgers? And they don't make a lot of Aaron Rodgers. And you look at Brady, and they don't make a lot of Tom Brady's. And is there part of you that thinks, I would take almost no money just to be on a Super Bowl level team? Like, do pro athletes, for a guy like you that's made the money?
Colin, I did that this year. What are you talking about? I took a pay cut. I came to the Giants for that very reason. I did that.
So are you ticked off it didn't work?
No, I'm not ticked off, man. I mean, I've learned so much, through losing seasons and facing adversity. It's where I really have grown. But I'm not complete, so I'm going to continue to work and fight for that dream. Actually, at the NFL Experience, we're in a champ. I don't know why they even set this interview up in this room. This is the part of the NFL Experience where it's the Super Bowl celebrations, to see all the confetti behind me.
Yes.
So I'm fighting for this. They wanted me to sit and take a picture. Part of the experiences where you can be one of the players celebrating. So there's all types of cameras and stuff. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to earn it the right way. It's a great experience. It's really realistic. But, I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to get healthy. And I'm going to get that ring. I'm going to hoist that Lombardi trophy.
I never rooted for a guy to retire, but if you do, Los Angeles has great weather. We're very nice people. We pay mostly reasonably well. So, Brandon, please keep in touch. And it's the NFL Experience, Times Square. I want everybody to go to NFLexperience.com. It's open to the public this Friday. That is December 1st. Giants at the Raiders this weekend. Got your back, Brandon. Thank you so much.
Well, Colin, I think that doesn't do it any justice.
Okay.
This is the closest thing to being a player and not being on the field. I literally sat in this amazing theater where it takes you through a pregame workout to plays. And I'm telling you, you should come. I'm telling you, you're going to sit there and feel like you're actually a player. I think this is going to be the first time fans can say, God, Lee, these players go through that. This is phenomenal. This is Disney. This is the Hall of Fame. with a liquor license. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever been
You
a part
work
of.
out when
So
you're
please,
drinking?
man, check it out when you're in New York.
That's great. It looks great behind you. Brandon, thank you.